Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Amit, and in today's video we're going to talk about my 9-month update of the hair transplant that I got from Turkey. Now, if you don't already know, I got not one but 2 hair transplants done in Istanbul, Turkey from Vera Clinic. For the first time I went, I got 6,100 grafts extracted from my donor area and placed onto my hairline and mid-scalp. I documented the entire 1-year journey of my first hair transplant on this channel. You can see my month-to-month transition and transformation over time. It was pretty insane. Then I went back because my crown had not been filled, so I went back and got it done again. And I got 4,000 grafts extracted from my donor area and placed onto my crown and a little bit more on my mid-scalp and hairline to add a little more density. Now, I've been documenting that progress as well every month by month, and today is month 9 of that update. If you like videos like this, definitely do consider liking and subscribing because I share a lot of tips and a lot of information about a hair transplant before you want to get one or even after. So definitely do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, if you just want to watch me grow a full head of hair. Okay, so let's jump straight into the updates. The past month has been pretty good in my opinion. I've seen a lot of growth lately, especially in last month's update. Since then, it's been a little slower since that last update, but I think overall still my hair is still growing at a really good rate. I find myself checking less and less how the growth is actually becoming because it's bothered me less and less over time. Now that I know the top of my head looks pretty good, even from the frontal view, the back view at times doesn't even concern me as much anymore, which to me is a huge thing because I never thought I'd ever reach that point in my life where I'd stop even caring about how the back of my head looks. I still do check time to time. That progress still is showing. Although again, it's not as thick as I would like it to be yet, but it's month 9. And apparently it takes 18 months for the crown to fully grow out. So I feel like I'm at that midway mark right now. And if this is what it looks like at the midway point, I'm really excited to see how much further it can go. There are times that when I comb my hair a certain way, it feels like the entirety of my crown has already been covered. There are still tiny little patches that I wish had more density in, but I think if I'm keeping to my aftercare routine properly, it will eventually grow out. And all I can do is hang in there and keep doing what I'm doing, which is basically following the same regiment month by month, which I'll go through later on in the aftercare section. Alright, so let's jump right into the 360 view of the hairline, the mid-scalp, the crown, as well as the donor area. As you can tell, I never know what to do during this awkward stare at the camera, but let's just look at the hairline as a distraction instead. Yeah, this works. It looks great to me. Moving on to the donor area, generally no issues here as long as I'm keeping the sides out long. It does sometimes look thinner in bright lighting, but honestly it's never noticeable unless someone points it out. The back of the donor area is also good. Leaving my hair long allows me to cover up any scarring that may have been shown after 10,000 grafts being extracted. And of course, the crown has filled out nicely and will do so more in time. Finally, on the other side of the donor area, it's also looking really great as long as I'm not keeping it short. And now let's look at the close-ups of the hairline, the mid-scalp, as well as the crown. I gotta say, throughout this entire process, my hairline has become so much more better since my last transplant. It really shows here and I'm very happy with how it's turned out. Even for the mid-scalp, I remember when it was very thin after my 1-year update of my first hair transplant. And here you can see how thick it has become in just another year along with the additional 600 grafts I added. As for the crown, it still has not reached its full potential, but it's getting there. With this length, I'm much more comfortable heading out in public without worrying so much. It's brought me so much more confidence, even now. Now it's time to show you the monthly progress pictures of the top of my head from the beginning of the hair transplants of the first month up until the 9th month. Month 1 to 3 was really the worst phase for me of the entire transplant. The redness, swelling, pimples, and shedding were all during this time. It was really the ugly duckling phase. But once I got through that, month 4 to 6, I started to see some real growth on my crown. Although it wasn't as much as my hairline and mid-scalp, but it was still slowly growing. From months 7 to 8 is where I really saw my crown start to come out more and more. And finally at month 9 is where we are today, where I can see much more substantial growth in that area. The current aftercare that I'm using after my hair transplant is pretty much the same as what I've been doing for the past couple of months. I haven't changed too much around, but I'll still go through it anyway with you guys. First thing I take every morning is Finasteride. Now I take 0.5 milligrams of Finasteride every morning, basically to maintain the existing native hairs that I had before my hair transplant. I definitely don't want to lose that, so that's why I keep continuously taking that every morning. Now, although a lot of people are afraid of the side effects, I personally haven't experienced any in my 2 years that I've been having it. I'm still keeping it going and, keeping strong with it. like I said, my hair has been thick and full ever since I've been taking it, so I have no issues there. The next thing I take, which is super important as every morning and night, is taking Minoxidil. I use the Minoxidil foam called Growplex. I've been using it for a while now. Nothing bad to say about it. It's been effective for me and helpful for my hair, so I would only recommend it to you if you ever do consider wanting to get it. I apply it every morning and every night on the sides of my donut area as well as areas on my scalp where I want more hair to be regrown. I even use a derma roller together with the Minoxidil to help enhance my hair growth even faster, so it definitely helps me and hopefully it helps you as well. I have a discount code for this particular Minoxidil if you like in the description below. Check it out if you're interested to get it. I also take a bunch of vitamins every morning. Some are for hair growth, some are for general health, but they're both very useful. Some of the most important things that I'll probably list down here as well, but to name a few, I take biotin, magnesium, B12, B complex, and even collagen. All these different types of things work hand in hand together to help promote hair growth as well. And finally, once a day, I use my DS Laboratories Revita Hair Density Shampoo and Conditioner. My experience with the shampoo and conditioner have been phenomenal, to be honest. I feel my hair has grown so much more compared to how it was before using the shampoo and conditioner. It's made my hair look even more dense and thicker, and I can't recommend them enough. I have links to all the products that I've mentioned in the description below. Definitely check them out if you're interested in getting them for your hair as well. Okay, so usually now I talk about fibers and how awesome they are, and truthfully they are awesome. But for me, I have not been using them as much as I would have liked to in the past. Mainly because I basically have hair now on my head. It's a tough one to swallow because I used to always use fibers like every day when I went out. It was crazy. I get through multiple bottles easily throughout the month. I would still recommend them to anyone who has a bit of balding on their head or some areas that they want to cover up as a temporary basis. I would recommend using it. I have a bunch of products also linked below. Check them out. I can only recommend things that I would love to use, but hey, if I'm not using it anymore, I hope somebody else out there has some use for it. So although not much has changed, I think, drastically throughout this month, I still think it's a stepping stone in the next few months that are coming up. I think it's still early days, although it is the midway point of my hair transplant. I think that over time, I just can't wait for that full density to pop out and I will have hair now forever. Well, I hope it's forever, but we'll see. At least for a good 10 to 20 years, this hair on my head will stay, and I'm pretty happy about that. Overall, I'm really happy with how the progress has been. The clinic I went to, honestly, they've done a fantastic job. I feel like I don't talk about them enough, but I might just do a deep dive into what they offer and how successful my journey was with them. If you also are interested in getting a hair transplant, I have a link to the clinic below. Check them out. I would highly recommend them because, again, going there twice to Vera Clinic in Istanbul, Turkey, I'm very thankful I went. And if you need some guidance on that, you can always ask me. I have a hair consultation service that if you want to talk about your own hair, or if you're trying to figure out what clinic to go to, or if you need more products that might help hair growth, or even just bring back your confidence and need someone to talk to, you can click the link below. I have a consultation service that I have a chat with you one-on-one. We can have unlimited follow-ups as well, because I'm there to help you from the start to finish. So do consider booking out some time with me, and I'm very happy to help. Okay, I think that wraps up today's update. I hope you guys have been enjoying the content so far. I have more things coming up very, very soon. I've also started a membership service if you guys want to help support the channel. Definitely do check that out. Click the join button below this video if you are interested. I just really want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for continuously supporting me, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.